Okay, so good day everyone. So welcome back to our series Beyond the Star. Alright, so today we have the honor to welcome a very special guest, which is known as the Ironman of HCTM'S. So beside me here is Associate Professor Dr. Abdul Kadir, Abdul Karim. So Prof, can you say hi to
Hi everyone.
friends? Hi. Alright, so Prof, please allow me to share some background, Prof.
Sure.
Okay. So, Prof earned his medical degree from Trinity College Dublin in 1999, completed his master in ONG, Obstetrics and Gynaecology, and Prof joined UKM in 2011. He later specialized in reproductive medicines and earned a PhD in endometriosis receptor isoforms. He is now an associate professor and consultant of ONG at UKMMC, and the head of the Advanced Reproductive Centre ARC, deputy head of ONG department, and the president of Malaysian Society of Fertility Preservations.
Thank you very much, Juan, for the kind words.
Okay, so before that, Prof, may I just slightly ask a bit what is means by endometriosis receptor isoform?
Okay, endometriosis, you need to understand what is the condition first. It's basically, in simple terms, is when you have cells lining the womb, which is found in other places besides the lining of the womb. So that's endometriosis. And receptor isoform means on these cells for endometriosis, there are receptors which have different types. So these are what you call isoforms. So you have your endometriosis receptors and you have the different types. So this is basically in simple terms what it is.
Wow, it's very interesting. Alright, so thank you, Prof. Now I will start off with the first question, asking about the background of Prof. Alright, so a very simple one. So Prof, what actually inspired you to become a medical doctor or specifically ONG? But before that, is ONG your first choice, Prof?
Okay, going back, I have a very long but simple story. I'm from the generation last century. Okay, when I first decided, it was basically like most of UKM students, they have good results. They don't know what to do, and to me, I just ask my father lah what he wants me to become. So he wants me to become a doctor. So I chose medicine.
Understand?
Just follow what he says. So that's basically what previous generation is all about.
I understand.
Okay, after graduating, also the similar story. Why did I choose ONG? Partially because it was how the Ministry of Health would say keperluan perkhidmatan. After I finished my housemanship overseas, I came back. I was sent to ONG because I didn't do only ONG, and in ONG they were short, and due to keperluan perkhidmatan, I stayed on. It's not that I really wanted to do ONG. It's just that I could do ONG. So that was basically.
So by the time ONG is considered a very demanding department lah.
Demanding, if you depends how you look at it. Demanding in terms of physically the work, or whether there's a short in staff. I think it covers almost everything. It's demanding always.
Alright, understand. Alright, so after this, may I just ask, like, Prof, like how long the journey actually took to become an ONG?
Okay. To become an ONG specialist, you can use the short way or the long way. The pathway that I chose is actually after being in the ONG department and doing my medical officer duration. I actually have doubts whether I actually wanted to do ONG because you always need to see your future or what the current specialists in ONG, their lifestyle, what they are doing. So after I think about 4 years in ONG, I think I left ONG because I had second thoughts whether I want to be doing on calls, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, going to the operating theatre and seeing my specialist sleeping in the labour room. So I really had second thoughts now whether this is the life I wanted. So I actually left ONG. I think I went to the health clinic, but after in the health clinic, after 4 or 5 months, I felt this wasn't for me because I was more into looking for excitement or something new. So I was health clinic wasn't my style. Initially, I thought it was the dream job lah, 9 to 5, going back every day, no calls. But after about 4 or 5 months, I couldn't take it lah. It's not for me.
Is it because too boring or?
Yes, in other words, it was too boring for me. No excitement, no
challenge,
no adrenaline rush.
I understand.
So I went back to ONG because there is no instance that I ever felt bored in ONG. There's always the adrenaline rush, the pressure and everything. It's like that. So I enjoyed ONG and I could do ONG. So that's why I did ONG lah, because I didn't have enough experience in other specialty. So ONG was the only subspecialty or specialty that could take me in.
Right. Let's move on to the next questions. Okay, so could Prof just bring us through a typical day in ONG?
Okay. Depends where the level you're at. But at my level currently, because I'm already a consultant in a teaching hospital, so I will actually arrive at work nowadays at 6:45 in the morning. Don't worry, it's just me because I stay in Setia Alam and there's traffic jam, so I need to be in early. Otherwise, I'll be stuck in traffic and I cannot be stuck in traffic. I don't like that, sitting in the car for no apparent reason. So at 6:45 until 7:30, I'll try and do work, prepare presentations, prepare research work or any what you call that administrative work that needs to be done. At 7:30, I will start my teaching rounds with the master students and also the undergraduate. So I'll spend usually about 1 hour, sometimes even less depending on the commitments of the day. And then usually by 8:30, I'll go for a quick teh tarik in Adam's Cafe, and then I'll start my work. Depends which day it is. Most of the time, because I'm in the reproductive medicine group, 70% of my work is in the reproductive medicine. So I will do procedures like IVF cases, and then I will also run the clinic. And in the clinics, I enjoy most of my clinics because I will have either medical students, fellows, either reproductive fellows, FMS fellows, or registrars. Because when I see patients, I would like to explain to them everything, and I do feel that I can impart as easy information for the medical students or fellows or registrars to understand. So that is what I enjoy most. That's at least I can get to half the day of doing teaching, and in the afternoon lunch, and then after that back to other works, either teaching in the wards or doing surgeries, or I have other clinics like in level 7 at UKMMC. I have clinics as well, and also prepare presentation and managerial works, administrative. So that's my typical day. And then after work, I do go back early. I train a lot because I'm as everyone almost know that I'm big into triathlon. I do Ironmans almost every year, so it's like 5 to 6 times a week or 6 times a day. I will go back and train to keep myself healthy, or what I like to usually tell them, nak keluarkan peluh, so that I can remain fit and healthy in order to do all my work and keep my endorphins high.
That's good. But because a lot of people saying that doctor is a very like stressful work. So how Prof actually divide the times out, like to work and also to have a balanced life? Is there any tips?
Okay, there is no special tip. It depends how you look at life and your goals in life. That is where you try and balance out. Another important factor is actually your interest in what you want to do. So I balance things out between my interests of work, the things I like teaching a lot. I like to do administrative work. I like to treat patients, and also I like to know everything theoretically in terms of I like to do research, and I like to keep myself healthy. That's why I emphasize on me doing sports a lot. So that's how I balance out. The amount of time I spend depends on day-to-day basis. Because after passing my master's program, which takes a lot of my daily activities, I spend a lot of time just studying and working. Now, after becoming a specialist, I'll just set out my goals in life, whether is it I'm pursuing money, I'm pursuing God, I'm pursuing happiness, or I'm pursuing status, because I have basically a lot of balance, and I focus a lot on what keeps me happy. So this is how I balance things out.
Great. For the next question I want to ask, because as a lot of people say that for male actually, it's very difficult to survive in ONG departments because there are actually a lot of constraints. So is it true?
Okay. I think it's partially true from what I heard from my medical students. Personally, I don't face that problem because during my training, I'm already a doctor. So I was never a medical student in Malaysia. So I mean, there are instances where you would have patients requesting for a female doctor, but that is just putting stress on your female colleagues. You're just happy, you don't have to do whatever extra work. But I suppose if you're looking at areas of private work, then it could be restricting in terms of the general work, especially the deliveries. Depends where you're working and where you're staying. But whatever it is, there is always things to overcome. Okay, so you can choose a subspecialty that is more general, that is more demanding, like gynae oncology, which is more surgical based, that doesn't involve a lot of deliveries, because I think the contentious issue is mainly about the deliveries. So even that is depending where you're actually working as well. To me, it doesn't seem to have an impact or effect on how I view things.
I understand. Alright, so out of so many things, out of so many challenges, which one do Prof think that is a most memorable one, or which one is like the most challenges one?
Challenging in my work?
Yeah, in terms of works, research, or like consultation or anything.
Okay. The most challenging part will always be that bad outcome. Okay, bad or unexpected outcome, and the angry patient. Because that's why I can't imagine myself being what you call that, a spokesperson or a public relations person, because I find it quite tough to mitigate or handle these problems. So that's why I more emphasize during my teaching what are all the problems that can occur and how you prevent it from happening, from the near misses and the bad outcomes, so you prevent patients from getting angry. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily to be a bad outcome, it's just that the patient is angry and the patient is unhappy. It's dealing with humans. Sometimes it can be challenging. So I think that is the most challenging thing that I see in my career. The rest is more manageable to me.
So you have to like be really empathy, then you have to comforting the patient. Is it? Like
Yes, more of like, if you want to prevent it, you need to manage the expectation and be on the same wavelength as the patient. Because people are always angry at the things that they don't know and scared of the things that they know.
True.
They are already mentally prepared for all the things, and they have the same idea, so they are more expected, so you tend to be less angry. That's just human nature.
True. Okay, so last one. So if Prof would have another chance to choose it again, will you still pursue ONG, or you will go for another specialty?
If it's difficult to say. If I had a real choice in the beginning of my career to experience all the specialties, then I suppose it will be what interests me the most. Because when I started off, I had some interest in surgery, I had interest in ENT, anesthesia, medicine. So I never had that opportunity. It's just that when I came back to Malaysia, I'm just forced to do ONG. So I know I could do it. It's just that I was focused on what things I don't want to do. Things like I know I don't want to do pediatrics and psychiatry. The rest, okay.
True. Because psychiatry also have to deal with a lot of patients, they have to comfort a lot.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I think that's all the questions. So last but not least, Prof, do you have any words you would like to give to our medical students who would like to pursue ONG after they graduate?
Before joining ONG, you should always know what are you trying to gain from doing ONG. Please do expect the training can be tough sometimes. The training is long, but the reward is also satisfying, and there's a good opportunity for all medical students to do ONG.
Yes, and also you have to be really empathy and know how to comfort your patient. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Okay, thank you very much, Prof, for your valuable time and also sharing for today. And also, we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And also, every day we have a very nice adrenaline rush.
Okay.
Right? Okay, thank you everyone. Bye.
Okay.